To this day, I mean it honestly. He's the best man I know. I married him because he's like my dad. He's very loyal, very compassionate, so funny, an awesome guy.
So it looks like the drama between Jeezy and Jeannie Mai's divorce is going to be a hot, chaotic mess. And it's because they're airing their dirty laundry out in the open and dragging each other on social media.
What is going on? Jeezy files for divorce from Jeannie Mai.
It's getting nasty and dirty. Just a few days ago, Jeezy snuck up out of nowhere and blindsided Jeannie with the divorce papers, and she's not about to take this lying down, because she just fired back accusing Jeezy for using and dumping her. Well, Jeezy swung back, and what's this we're hearing? Is cheating the real reason that he actually filed for divorce? Did Jeannie really cheat on Jeezy? Well, this news got the whole internet into a tizzy.
You know, it was just always instances where I just knew that this wasn't gonna work out for me, right? So I had to figure out how to change without losing everything.
People are scrambling to find out what really happened. We genuinely thought that things were going great between them, and that their marriage was as strong as ever, and that's why fans have been in utter shock. So this got everybody, including Jeannie, blindsided. This is highly strange because for any celebrity breakups, especially divorces, we always hear divorce rumors weeks and even months before the divorce papers are officially signed. But not this time. There were absolutely no signs pointing to problems in the marriage. In fact, Jeannie herself was even surprised to learn the news of the divorce. This bombshell has shaken Jeannie to the core because, as it turns out, Jeannie herself didn't even know there were problems in her marriage until the divorce papers slapped her in the face. Now, initially, people were backing Jeannie up at first because they believed that she was the victim in the story. She went on the offensive and put Jeezy on blast, accusing him of using and dumping her when he got tired of playing games. An insider source said that she is genuinely heartbroken over this. She really thought that she had found the one to be with for the long haul, because it was Jeezy that got her breaking all her rules and going against her personal beliefs and convictions. Now, what do we mean by this? Well, if you didn't know, Jeezy is actually Jeannie's second husband. Her first marriage was to Freddie Hartees for 11 years before she filed for divorce. However, it didn't end well for her. Jeannie stated the reason the marriage ended was due to her not wanting kids, and he did. She also kinda hinted that Freddie cheated on her. She never directly said so, but her ex revealed that he got another woman pregnant, just a few weeks after they split up. In her eyes, this was enough to confirm that he did cheat. No wonder Jeannie was so against the idea of getting married again after her divorce. In fact, she vowed that she would never marry again since her divorce left such a bad taste in her mouth. Furthermore, she declared that nothing would ever change her mind. Well, that was until the snowman Jeezy gave her some major motivation to break her own rules, as they fell in love almost at first sight. From the moment they met, they both had an intense connection. Jeannie said she immediately knew that she and Jeezy were meant to be.
We're grown. We're in our 40s. And what I think is that God somehow managed our timing so that we spent time after our long-term relationships. We both came from 10-year relationships. And we really worked on ourselves to really understand what healthy love is like.
Jeezy also felt it and immediately put the moves on Jeannie. After a couple of days of meeting, they went on their first date, which lasted 8 hours because of their great connection. They didn't want the date to end, so they kept it going.
I walk in, I sit down, and 4 hours later, we shut down the sushi restaurant. We had the most amazing deep talk about our greatest lessons in life, our greatest mistakes. It was super vulnerable, right?
Aww.
So then after that, he looks at me and he's like, yo, you wanna I don't know, I don't wanna go home. Do you wanna go salsa dancing with me?
Soon after, they started dating officially. They were so in love, and it was all sunshine and rainbows. Jeannie couldn't stop raving about Jeezy and how in love they were.
I have to tell you that getting to know Jay, you guys know him as Jeezy, he's Jay to me. Getting to know him has been one of the most beautiful experiences of my life.
Aww. Things were moving quickly for them, and in less than 2 years, Jeezy proposed to her. She said yes, of course, but let's not forget that she vowed to never marry again because of how badly it ended for her in her first marriage. So Jeezy somehow managed to convince her to give marriage a second shot with him. Something along the lines of how he was going to treat her better and all that cutesy stuff. So Jeannie broke her first personal conviction for Jeezy when they got married in 2021. But what's this? If that wasn't a near impossible feat for Jeezy, he even managed to convince her to have kids with him, which is the second time she broke her convictions for him. Apparently, things were going so well that she just couldn't say no to Jeezy.
I wasn't molded, but I definitely was changed. I walked into my first date with Jeezy saying, I don't want to get married. I had a really
Right.
a really, you know,
yeah, we've been
a very, very tumultuous time with it. And I got out of it for a reason. And I also don't want to have kids. So I want to put that out there to make sure that I'm not misleading you. You know, I was thinking.
In 2022, she gave birth to their beautiful daughter, Monaco. Now, this is when people were trying to warn her to watch her back, and this is because they had good reason to raise the red flag. It's because Jeezy has a bad track record when it comes to his relationships with his other baby mamas. He had 3 kids before getting with Jeannie, and he's not on good terms with any one of his baby mamas. They dragged him for not paying child support, and he dragged them, calling them broke. Well, Jeannie even went on to reveal that she would be open to having more kids with Jeezy.
Come from a big family,
Yeah.
and Jeezy's family is big, and it's like, it's just everybody. So I'm thinking you might want to add a sibling to the family. Are you looking at that? This is like the time.
So we are open to it, yes.
Oh, yeah?
Absolutely,
Okay.
yes.
Life was beautiful, and he treated her well, and it looked like they were going to live happily ever after. Well, that is until it seemed like he got bored on a Tuesday and randomly decided to file for divorce last week. This came as a massive shock to Jeannie, like a brick to the head. Just last week, she made a post congratulating him on the success of his new book. It was an adorable, cute video on Instagram with her daughter.
God, thank you for my daddy and his work to help people believe in themselves. Just like he teaches me. Amen.
In it, she displayed so much love, praise, and gratitude in being with Jeezy. People suspect that Jeezy had to have known that he wanted a divorce for a while before filing for it and throwing it out there. So did he deliberately blindside Jeannie? Well, get this. The last time he posted about Jeannie on his social media was on Mother's Day back in May. He said, "Hey, happy Mother's Day, Mrs. Jenkins. We couldn't keep it together without you. You are the glue, Queen. Thank you for making us a family." But wait a minute, he said all that in May. But court documents showed that he started the divorce process right after, back in June. Also, the receipts show that he even got it signed and notarized way back then. So that means he for sure knew that he was going to leave Jeannie and kept it to himself for months. Between June and now, they've been on several dates and family events, which is crazy, because he was out and about with Jeannie while hiding his big secret. Now, Jeannie is not going down like that. Inside sources say that Jeannie has put him on blast because she still can't believe that during this whole time, he's been lying to her and using her all these years. She feels like she doesn't even know who he is anymore. The betrayal runs deep, especially because he talked her into having kids when he knew that she didn't want kids, only for him to jump ship the moment he felt he was done with her. She's understandably furious with him and wants to expose him for the monster that he really is. But it looks like Jeezy isn't going down like that either. He's not taking a back seat and let Jeannie slander him. According to Jeezy, the real reason for the divorce was that he claims that Jeannie was sneaking around with her co-host Mario Lopez. He said he found flirty and naughty text messages between them, but he was somehow able to hold that in for months. That's some self-restraint. Fans are also saying that news of the affair was not that surprising, as they have always picked up on the flirty energy between Jeannie and Mario ever since Jeannie joined the show.
Hi, I'm with my girl, Jeannie Mai.
First day at the job, guys.
A proud Vietnamese girl. We're both first generation. I'm gonna have her hook me up with some Vietnamese. I know a little bit.
Then, there's this weird video going around of Jeannie fetishizing black men, but saying she preferred white men.
Kept me happiest was my man Freddie, who happens to be white.
Are you sure?
Yes!
I dated an Asian man once.
You did?
Oh my God.
And now she's married to a black man. It's just insane. So, does this lean more towards the rumors that she's been cheating with Mario? It's because even though he's Latin, some say he classifies as white meat. Anyway, Jeezy threw some shade when he posted this picture on Instagram with the caption, "Too focused on who I'm becoming to focus on who's not coming with me." But what do you guys make of all this? Did Jeezy blindside Jeannie, or were there signs she should have caught on to? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button and notification bell so you can catch all our latest videos. We'll see you in the next video, and bye for now.